Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health Radio and TV. I'm your host, Sara Banta. I'm a health coach, natural supplement expert, and a busy mom of three. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you're notified every week with my new podcasts on Mondays and Tuesdays. And if you haven't already, join my free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health, and you will be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey in addition to truly taking control of your health. Today, we're going to be talking about mold. This is something that is wreaking havoc all over, and it's kind of that hidden thing where you've got all these symptoms and you don't know what it's from. Well, we're going to talk about the symptoms of mold sickness. We focus on viruses, bacteria, other foreign pathogens when it comes to our immune system, but the sneaky threat many suffer from is mold. And many people have mold allergies or mold sickness, but don't know that the symptoms of mold sickness, and so that they're quickly thinking that it's something else, and they don't give the toxicity of mold a second thought. So how do we get mold sickness? Mold can enter the home via the open doors, heating and air conditioning systems. Have you ever seen the screens of your air conditioning and how dirty they are and that you're breathing this in? You know, you don't see the air you're breathing, but it's one of the real culprits to our health issues. And you can also get it through the foods you eat. It can attach to clothing, shoes, workout gear, even your dogs. Mold can also grow indoors as a result of water damage and leaks. I'll never forget, I left the sink running when I had a baby in the house and flooded the whole downstairs. I think, honestly, my husband was ready to divorce me because he knew the damage that water does to a home and the mold that can come from it. The moment our bodies are exposed to mold, we are at a threat of mold sickness. What are the symptoms of mold sickness? Well, long-term exposure to mold and their extremely toxic byproducts, which are called mycotoxins, can lead to stress on the immune system and lead to autoimmune issues. So some of the symptoms look like memory issues, impaired cognitive abilities, increased anxiety, gut imbalances and dysbiosis, hormone dysregulation, disrupted neurotransmitters, diabetes, Hashimotos, or suboptimal thyroid function. As I'm saying all of this, you're like, oh my gosh, this is affecting everything. Yes, it does. Menstrual dysfunction, infertility, arthritis, body aches, skin rashes, cancer, heart disease. So, for instance, how does mold affect our hormones? Well, mold and the mycotoxins may compromise the cells that create the blood-brain barrier, which allow the harmful everyday toxins to enter the brain that normally wouldn't have access to the brain. And as a result, the mycotoxins enter the blood-brain barrier, the pituitary gland, which is our control center, which controls the release of hormones. That becomes dysregulated, leading to hormonal issues. The dysregulation of the pituitary gland will affect your thyroid gland and the metabolism, as the thyroid is the master endocrine gland. And you know that I am all about getting that thyroid health optimized because that is going to have a downstream effect to everything in your body. When the pituitary gland is dysregulated, the thyroid stimulating hormone, which is actually a pituitary hormone, is released from the pituitary gland, and that becomes affected, leading to a disruption of T4, which is tyrosine and 4 molecules of iodine, and T3, which is the active form of a thyroid hormone. And that T3 becomes affected, And mold triggers a state of autoimmunity, a slow metabolism, immunity, cognition, mood, energy. They're all affected. So it is going to have that downstream effect. So let's take an example. Candida. We've all heard of Candida, and that is a type of mold, and that affects estrogen and the thyroid hormones. It increases estrogen levels because Candida feeds estrogen. Then estrogen feeds Candida, creating a vicious cycle where the mold multiplies and the hormones become even more out of balance. The cycle may lead to autoimmune, thyroiditis, and Hashimotos. Hashimotos, I think, is affecting over 80% of the population. It is absolutely rampant. Mold may also affect insulin, leading to PCOS, insomnia, hot flashes, and of course, weight gain. And so a lot of people are complaining of unexplained weight gain, right? This may be part of that reason. Moreover, that suppressed immune system compounded with mold in the gut may compromise the gut microbiome, leading to systemic inflammation, leaky gut, and a worsened autoimmune disease. Mitochondrial function, which is the most important thing because the mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. Mitochondrial function will also be depressed. The cytotoxic byproducts of mold, which are called mycotoxins, suppress the mitochondria, leading to decreased cellular energy. And this will negatively impact the thyroid's ability to function and just your overall immunity. So how your diet can affect this and make it even worse? Well, molds and fungi release oxalic acid. You've heard me talk about oxalates, right? Well, the gut bacteria Oxalobacter and other specific genes are responsible for breaking down those oxalates in the body. However, dysbiosis and glyphosate in our food supply and a compromised gut microbiome can deplete that Oxalobacter. As a result, the body has a difficult time breaking down the oxalates, so it becomes a vicious cycle. Molds produce oxalates and amyloids, which I'm going to touch on in a minute, and you've heard me talk about, contribute to the biofilm formation. Then the biofilm further strengthens the mold, bacteria, and viruses and increases the oxalate burden in the body. Then the amyloids reactivate the viral loads. And if you listen to me, was it last week? I talked about how the spike protein is increasing amyloids in the body. So that is making things even worse with all of this and increasing that vicious cycle. So the amyloids reactivate the viral loads. That increases the biofilm and mold further. So then the oxalate burden is increased again. And when you layer moldy foods with oxalate foods and high amyloid foods, this cycle exponentially worsens, wreaking havoc all throughout the body. So how do we eliminate mold in the body? The effects of mold on the body are nothing short of toxic. So number one, you need to remove the foods with mold in your diet. These include non-organic coffee. Guys, I think 90% of the population is drinking coffee in the morning. You have a choice, organic, non-organic. The organic does not taste bad. You wouldn't even know the difference. Or non-organic coffee is one of the most heavily laden pesticide crops out there. And then you add on the mold. No reason to do that. Make sure you are having organic coffee. Then you've got grapes, peas, pea protein. Everyone loves pea protein because it's a vegan source. Mushrooms, green beans, cantaloupe, green olives, corns, peanuts, Brazil nuts, pistachios, sesame seeds, lentils, soy, aged cheese. All of those are foods with mold. So especially when we're in the wintertime and mold is rampant, You want to stay away from these foods. Then you need to remove the oxalates from the diet. And oxalates, in addition to doing their damage, causing Hashimotos, causing arthritis, causing kidney stones. And if you missed my podcast on oxalates, you can look it up on Accelerated Health Radio and TV. But oxalates also, like I mentioned, make the mold situation worse. And they're in foods such as spinach, almonds, Swiss chard, most nuts, berries, soy again, grains, seeds, turmeric. Turmeric's supposed to be healthy, right? That's one of those healthy cancer-fighting foods. Well, it's full of oxalates. Beets, chocolate, and kiwis. So by removing those oxalates, the oxalate burden will be lessened, minimizing the mold. Then you want to focus on eating wild animal protein. Why? Well, the wild animal protein like elk, bison, deer, lamb, wild fish, those contain the nutrients and proteins to minimize mold, support healthy mitochondria, strengthen the immune system, and prevent chronic disease. Whereas on the other hand, you've got chicken and conventional beef. They contain those amyloid proteins that cannot be broken down in the body, but they also trigger the increase in mold activity and can lead to leaky gut, Alzheimer's, dementia, and other diseases. So then after you get the diet right, there are some supplements to reverse mold sickness. This is another reason why I've put together the Ascent Diet Cleanse. The Ascent Diet Cleanse is designed to minimize the mold burden, balance the microbiome in the gut, increase ATP in the mitochondria, and that gives the cells energy to fight disease and cancer cells, cleanse the liver, and boost detoxification. When the liver's backed up, it's not going to be able to detox those amyloids or the oxalates or the mold. So we need to keep that cleanse, that liver and the kidneys and the whole detoxification system in the body clean and functioning properly. As the system's detoxification system is improved, oxalates and amyloids are detoxed more efficiently. Then you also get improved nutrient absorption, healing of the leaky gut, improved microbiome balance, and all of these factors can help fight the mold toxicity. So let's look at each of the supplements in the Ascent Diet Cleanse. Number one, accelerated silver. And this is going to help your immune system devitalize all foreign pathogens that lead to mold overgrowth. And by keeping that immune system strong, the body's engaging in those anti-inflammatory processes, leading to optimal health, and that is going to encourage the elimination of mold and other pathogens. And the silver now is being run through a brand new water implosion technology that has been upgraded. There is not a machine like this on Earth. The life force or energy delivered with the silver has been enhanced by like thousands compared to what it was even just last month. So I really wanted to emphasize that, not just for mold, but for if you've got the cold and flu, just daily boosting of the immune system. This is a supplement that everyone can take, and that the people in your life that don't want to change their diets, don't want to do anything that you're telling them to do, that is a supplement they're willing to take because it tastes like water. Super easy to do. All you would do is take 1 tablespoon 3 to 5 times a day, swish it around in your mouth for a minute, and then you swallow. Next is the accelerated keto. And you're probably thinking, why do I need accelerated keto for mold? Well, when your body is in ketosis from the accelerated keto, it's burning fat within 30 minutes. It taps into its own fat stores for energy. Then the body engages in autophagy. And autophagy, think of Pac-Man going through the body and cleaning up all the diseased and damaged cells. It also reduces inflammation, recycles those diseased cells, and you're also going to be able to fight mold overgrowth as it starves the sugars that feed it. If you have mold or candida in your body, you might notice that your sugar cravings are out of control. It's not your fault. It's those little buggers saying, feed me and feed me now, and I'm not going to let up until you feed me. So the accelerated keto takes off that pressure by switching you into fat burning. Your body says, I'm going to burn fat instead of sugar, and then it is able to intermittent fast. And then also it's increasing ATP production, boosting the mitochondrial health and strengthening the immune system at the cellular level. This will only help reverse mold overgrowth even more. And as the gut heals, the body's able to detox from all things, including the oxalates and the amyloids. Super easy to do. 3 to 4 pills in the morning with your organic coffee, and stick to a low carb diet, at least for most of the day. If you incorporate the carbs, have them with dinner, and stick to whole foods like sweet potatoes or things like that. You really want to stay away from the sugars when you are doing a mold detox, because like I said, that mold really feeds off of the sugars. So in addition to reversing the mold overgrowth, it is accelerated keto is helping you burn the excess calories, suppressing the appetite, and increasing your high levels of stable energy. A lot of times when people are detoxing from mold or candida, they're very lethargic because the body goes through those detox flu symptoms. The accelerated keto is going to keep your energy high while you're doing it. You also are getting the benefit from accelerated keto, breaking down the saturated fats into unsaturated fats. And this is going to help burn your dangerous visceral fat around the belly and the liver fat that lead to chronic disease and inhibit mold detoxification. And so as you're also detoxing the liver on a gentle basis, you're increasing the ability to detox from those amyloids, the oxalates, and everything else. You're also improving your thyroid hormone conversion from T4 to the active T3. That happens in the liver. So as your liver is functioning better, the thyroid's going to work better, increasing the metabolism, mitochondrial function, immunity, and your energy. Additionally, you've got some other ingredients in there that are going to break down the fats even more, providing a second source of ketones. So it truly is like a double impact and a domino effect of going in the right direction. You're increasing ATP by over 5 times with the accelerated keto. Then you've got the acceleradine, which increases ATP by 18 times. So you guys do the math. But acceleradine is antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antibacterial. You can use it topically with the accelerated castor oil. Super effective for that. I love, rubbing it into scar tissue and breaking up that scar tissue, because parasites love to sit in those scars. So that's something that you can do with it as well. But the acceleradine is going to increase cellular energy, your metabolism, caloric burn, brain function, detoxing the brain and the pituitary pineal gland from those toxins that weren't supposed to get into the brain. It's going to help with wound healing, fat burning, and healthy apoptosis, that destruction of diseased cells. So that is where that apoptosis is important. It's the destruction of the weak cells. And there's a direct correlation between iodine and reducing diseased cells and foreign pathogens in the body. You're also increasing that energy and fat oxidation in the body. You can just start with 3 drops in water 3 times a day on an empty stomach, and then you increase by 1 drop per dose per day until you get to 25 drops 3 times a day. You can follow it with a pinch of the accelerated ancient salt on your tongue 15 minutes after each dose. That helps rehydrate the cells, helps with nausea, most people don't have nausea, but sometimes if it's a bad mold case, then you might. That always helps with nausea and also appetite suppressant. Then you've got the accelerated cellular detox powder. This formula soaks up all the toxins that are let off by that mold die-off, in addition to heavy metals, radiation, all those things that can lead to chronic disease and autoimmunity. And it coats the stomach and the intestinal lining, reduces inflammation, bloat, and helps with regularity, and alleviates issues like Crohn's disease and colitis. So mold amyloid proteins, all of those things. It's going to soak up those toxins and take them out of the body. So it's bypassing your liver and your kidneys so that they can take a break a little bit. They're being overburdened in this world. So right now we want to take all the pressure we can off of your liver and kidneys. Then there are a couple other supplements in the Ascent Cleanse that help support the hydration. You want to make sure you're doing your electrolytes, whether it's the quintessential 0.9 or the wild lights. They support homeostasis, rehydration at the cellular level. I've talked a lot about how Ascent Adaptation with Heather Hineker, her body scan or in-body test the extracellular and intracellular water. So you don't want the extracellular, that's inflammation, that is edema, but the intracellular is your hydration. So these things hydrate the cells at the cellular level, and then they eliminate the excess water retention. So these hydration mechanisms or supplements help with your stronger immune system and getting rid of those toxins. Then you've got at the end a liver flush. Why is this important? We gotta flush our liver of all of those gallstones, liver stones that are just sitting in there. They're little green sized peas, and there's up to thousands of them just sitting there inhibiting your ability to detox, to fat burn, to convert T4 to T3. So these supplements soften the liver stones, prep the liver to release all of those stones in the toilet, and then as a result, the detoxification improves, fat burning increases, and metabolic rate increases. So next, really important for mold toxicity, Mega Myco Balance. I love this formula for candida, parasites, mold. It's formulated with undesolenic acid and B propolis to support that healthy yeast and fungal balance in the body. And undesolenic acid is an organic fatty acid derived from castor bean oil, and it supports a healthy balance of the yeast in the gut. B propolis is a plant resin that bees use to line their hives. Mega Myco Balance can support that healthy balance of vaginal flora as well. So people or women that have a lot of infections, UTIs, vaginal infections, this is really great for that. It restores the balance in the intestinal flora and the vaginal flora. So what the undesolenic acid is used for, has been shown to be very successful in, is inhibiting the formation of the germ tubes that restrict the growth of the candida. And the B propolis is known for its antifungal properties and has been studied for its ability to inhibit the yeast proliferation in the gut. So really great supplement. You just start slowly with 1 soft gel daily, and then you just increase to 6 soft gels per day, just as you can tolerate it. Next is the Mega IgG 2000. I love this supplement for so many things. I take it on a daily basis. I'm prone to gut issues and food poisoning. What it does, it's kind of like that cleanup, the gentle cleanup of all the things that aren't supposed to be there. It's been shown to reduce gut permeability, improve intestinal absorption, and it has a high binding affinity for a variety of endo and exotoxins secreted by microorganisms and mold. It supports healthy digestion, detoxification, and the gut barrier function. And you just do 1 scoop daily in whatever you're drinking. And I honestly don't think it has a taste at all. So it's great and super easy. Next is Restore Flora, and this is a probiotic that combines 3 well-studied and widely used probiotic strains, and the combination is a friendly probiotic yeast and probiotic bacteria that offers digestive flora support with an advanced dual action approach to maintain that healthy intestinal environment. It can help with bowel movements, digestion, the body's ability to detox, maintain regularity, all of those things. And then on the other hand, there's the Megaspore probiotic that I take daily. And this one's got a brain. It gets down in there, it stays dormant until it's alive. It can be alive and not killed off by the stomach, and it changes into active vegetative forms and begins colonizing the gut and says, okay, I'm looking around. What does this environment need? We need more of that. We need less of that. And it starts doing what the gut needs. And it's aiming to recondition the gut instead of reseeding it with probiotic stains that can't survive digestion. Like most probiotics, all you do is take 1 or 2 a day anytime. So next we've got the patches. And why is this important? Well, the X39 stem cell activation patch is going to activate your own stem cell production through phototherapy, and it's going to reset over 4,000 genes. Your younger version of yourself was able to detox from mold a lot better than you. So as we are anti-aging and resetting our genes, we're going to increase our detoxification efficacy. You're also going to report better sleep, reversing of your chronic disease, and in boosting the immune system. And when you're sleeping better, everything works better. Your physical performance works better. Your detoxification, your energy, everything. So that's where the X39 comes in play. Then you've got the energy enhancer patch. I love this patch because of the energy it gives me. I wear it right here on my wrists. But for mold, why it's important is it's increasing ATP production in the mitochondria, and that is giving that energy to the cells to do their job to get that mold out of the body. In addition, it's helping with heart rate variability, improving that phase angle or the integrity of the cell walls, reducing inflammation, and increasing endurance. So the less inflammation in the body, the quicker the body can detox from mold. So the goal is to reduce inflammation through diet, through exercise, through sleep, through the patches, through the supplements. And as ATP increases, the cellular energy strengthens the body's ability to detox from mold and all foreign pathogens. As we age, the cell walls become more rigid and hard, and then the nutrients can't get into the cells and the toxins can't get out. So with that improved cellular wall, it becomes more flexible. We can get those toxins out. We need to get them out. As a result, disease and the cancer cells increase in the body if we have those rigid walls as we age. So that is going to help as well. And it improves digestion and circulation, which are essential for nutrient absorption that lead to improved immunity. The other benefit from the energy enhancer is you got increased beta oxidation, which is the fastest way to increase cellular energy and increase fat burning and muscle growth. 2 factors that improve longevity and improve the immune system. Glutathione patch. I love this patch because it increases the glutathione from your own production. Glutathione supplement is based on a sulfur, and a lot of us can't detoxify sulfur. So here we are taking in glutathione for detoxification and boosting the immune system, and it is backing up our liver because of the sulfur in the supplement. Well, the patch is increasing our own body's production of glutathione, and glutathione has a major role in boosting the immune system, detoxification, and the protection of the mitochondria. So really important for the mold detoxification. Copper, accelerated copper. This is flying off the shelves. This is brand new to Accelerated Health products, and I couldn't be more excited about it. It serves as an immunity builder by preventing and curing anemia. Anemia is not from low iron. Anemia is from the iron not getting to where it needs to go. The accelerated copper opens the door to let the iron get to where it needs to go. And then the body's able to defend and heal itself faster. It also acts as an antioxidant to support immunity, and it increases energy, improves thousands of enzymatic reactions in the body. I call it like the unsung hero. It's doing all the dirty work that it gets no credit for. So without copper, oxidative stress and inflammation go unchecked, and those things will provide an environment where mold overgrowth could take place. So really important. All you need to do is 1 tablespoon a day. It's super easy to do. So the next thing I've got is my device here is hooked up to my Genius Insight app. This app is frequency based. It is latest technology breakthrough in advanced biofeedback and bioresonance technology. And through your voice, so I speak into it, and then it takes from my voice what is going on in my body. Do I have mold? Do I have parasites? Am I fighting viruses? Where am I in my cycle? Am I on the brink of menopause? Where's my energy? How's my sleep? Where's my nutritional profile? All of these things, it checks. And then what happens is it will come up with a program, and it will negate those negative frequencies with the right frequencies that literally cancel them out. So that's the way frequency medicine works. It's just like with the accelerated silver, we program it with frequencies to go after certain things. We've got the frequencies to boost thymus health, to go after the current virus, those sort of things. So if you don't have that virus, the frequency is not going to give it to you or swing the pendulum the other way. But what it's going to do is it's just going to do nothing to you, but the person that has it, it's going to go after it. So the Genius Insight app is a way to energetically cancel out those bad frequencies like mold and candida and fungi in the body. And then on a bigger scale, you've got the AMP coil. So the AMP coil is amplified treatment, or journeys is what they call it. So it's not going to give you as specific of a diagnosis as the Genius Insight app, but what it's going to do is give you a stronger program to follow to kill off the mold or whatever problem you are fighting. And you use it through what's called the Better Guide, that also uses voice analysis. So it's based on the same technology. And then the Better Guide will play these frequencies back to the body, emitting them deep into the cells. And the result is that the human biology quickly begins to return to the balance and harmonize that state as nature intended. Then you've got the accelerated thyroid. I didn't mention that yet, but why is that so important? Your thyroid is helping with your energy, and at the cellular level. That, remember, the thyroid's the master endocrine gland, so it's boosting the immune system. It's also enhanced with scalar frequencies for detoxing the body from radiation, heavy metals that can cause Hashimotos and hypothyroidism. And those things could also be wreaking havoc on your whole immune system, where then your immune system's working on that over here and can't fight the mold over here. So the goal is to boost the immune system so that it can fight mold with ease, right? That's the way the body works. So that's the symptoms of mold sickness and how to overcome them. One of those things that is wreaking havoc everywhere. Make sure you're checking your clothes. Make sure you're checking your laundry departments, your rooms, and making sure the mold is not in your washer and dryer or in your kitchen or in your bathrooms. Mold, you don't want to have it. The best way to get to overcome mold sickness is to not have it in the first place. So there you go. Thanks for joining me today. And if I can help you with your health issues, you can contact me directly through the website, sarabantahealth.com. I'm happy to put together a protocol for you. And join the free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. There is no downside. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health. And you will be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, and across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health Radio and TV, including YouTube, Stitcher, Pandora, iTunes, or whatever podcast platform you subscribe to. If you like what you heard today, please hit the subscribe button and share with a few of your friends who may need my help, and join me every week, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific. Again, you can find the supplements and everything we talked about at sarabantahealth.com. Use coupon WELCOME10 for 10% off site-wide. Thanks again for joining us here, and have a great week.